All right, so as you can see, the chords are very much unplayable today, and because I cannot play, I will talk about tennis rackets. I will use this time when I have time off, let's say, and I'm still waiting from my student to come, because when it is raining we cannot play. We just switch to something else. So we go running, for example, or we do workouts. It doesn't mean that if it is raining we cannot play, we cannot do the stuff, right? We need to do something even though it's not a nice weather. So I want to talk about power rackets. Powerful tennis rackets, the best ones on the market right now in 2025. And the first racket that really comes to my mind and has great amount of free power is Wilson Ultra. So in particular, all the Wilson Ultras in the last two generations I've tried. I did not try the last one, guys. I did not try the version 5. But the version 4 and version 3, but especially version 4, the Ultra 100 was tremendous power racket with, I would say, one of the most satisfying, easy hitting, forgiving experiences you can have. And if I was there just to buy an easy hitting racket with great stability, great double-handed backhand attributes, really nice long handle, it would be the Wilson Ultra. Now, the next racket that comes to my mind, and it is a racket that I also consider a really easy-going power racket, must be the Wilson Clash. So we are coming from a very powerful racket, but with still more of a classic feel to and a stiffer beam, which the Wilson Ultra definitely has compared to the Wilson Clash. We are coming to Wilson Clash that has this sensation of some magic in it. So magical shots, really good depth, very nice comfort, the blend of comfort yet crisper feel, nice stability also on the volleys. That's something I truly enjoyed when I was hitting with the Clash, and especially the last generation of Clash is a nice mix of Wilson Clash 1 and Wilson Clash 2. So mix of these attributes make it one of the most easy-going, easy-hitting rackets with very good control and spin potential. Now moving to a racket number 3, I will jump to a different brand, and this time I need to mention something that has more control than you would expect, and it's the Head Boom. So the Head Boom series is, in my opinion, very, very underrated. Why? So the name Boom considers, or it makes you feel like the racket is tremendously powerful, but it is not the case. This racket provides you with control, good level of precision, good level of forgiveness, or higher level of forgiveness, but the free power is kind of concentrated in your body, and once you unleash it, you can really swing as fast as possible with the Boom racket, and magically the balls end in the court. That's the beauty of the Head Boom series. So if you are looking for a more powerful, forgiving racket with a head shape that is similar, let's say, to Yonex brand, but still you want to have a sensation that you are hitting with a speed racket, for example, that's the racket you should go. Very, very underrated. And the Boom Pro is excellent for men, and the Boom MP is excellent for women and juniors. Now, racket number 4. This one has even more control and has a little bit transferred from the trend. It's the Yonex Ezone series. So the Yonex Ezone series was always considered a very stable, powerful racket with nice blend of control, yet it was at times, it could be possibly too stiff for someone. I don't mind it, but I consider that the new generation is maybe too much comfort oriented, but still Ezone rackets nowadays provide you with control, spin, power, forgiving feel, and if you want more precision, you of course can grab the Ezone 98. The comfort and the stability might be a little bit of issue for someone who wants the classic crisper feel, but anyways the Ezone combines nicely everything together, and it's a more universal racket than you would think. It's not just power. And now racket number 5, of course it must be the pure drive, very powerful racket, which tend to switch in the latest generation a little bit of the parameters, and I was quite skeptical, and I'm still quite skeptical about it, that the racket has transferred from a very powerful racket to somehow something in between power and control, but with the same type of, let's say, design mold. It doesn't work really that well. I'm not a fan of the latest pure drive, but if you want, once again, a more comfort, more, I would say, subtle feel, more, let's say, pleasant response to your arm, the new pure drive is the way to go. And now I'm checking out the chords, it's still the same. So now I'm coming to another Babolat racket that I was criticizing at the time of release, but the time has changed. It's the Pure Aero. So the Pure Aero series has gone through some transformation as the Pure Drive as well. So now it is a more control and also precision oriented racket than ever before. Once again, am I a fan of these newest generations of these classical powerful spin oriented rackets? No. I grew up on stiffer frames, 70, 72 RA, the classic pure drives, and these new rackets feel to me they are too mushy, too soft, and they are limiting their potential to gain more control and more precision. Now, maybe if I had played with those new frames more and more, I could really dial it in. But from my experience, that is like 15 years long with the stiff pure drive racket, and even the longer version I have played with the plus version, these new pure Aeros are not really in the zone that I want. But if you are a young player, junior, younger generation, 20-year-old, 25-year-old, I'm 41, guys, so that is something a little bit different, right? Then you might find that this is the pinnacle of a power, spin and control oriented racket. Now from a different brand, we can look at Dunlop. We have the Dunlop SX series, which is something in between pure drive, Ezone, pure Aero, but as different sensation upon the impact. What I think this racket provides you is a good level of maneuverability, but the problem is if you don't get the right specs, the right specification, you can get an over-spec'd frame from Dunlop, which happened to my friend, and I have made a video about it, and you are screwed. Suddenly, instead of a swing weight of 320, you can get a swing weight of 330, over 330, and the racket becomes quite unplayable. But it's an option. I'm not a huge fan of the Dunlop SX series as I tried it, but my friend who ordered then the lighter model, the LS model, I believe, the 285 gram version of the SX, and he customized it to a 300 gram version. It turned out to be the better option. So if you are looking for a Dunlop SX racket or SX racket, SX racket, then consider a lighter package, and then you can customize it to a more heavier racket. I'm checking up the cord once again. Yeah, it's still the same. And last but not least, we have Technifiber. So Technifiber doesn't really produce a power racket. If we consider that there is the TFX1 racket or the new generation, of course these are power spin, brutal oriented rackets, but I don't think they are as good as other frames, so I don't put it in the same bag. I believe the TFX1 is a little bit lower in terms of the overall quality and hitting experience, because it lacks a little bit of the feel of the control and overall satisfaction for someone who wants to play also more of a precise type of tennis. So definitely in a control power oriented type, let's say, of rackets, there is a T-Fight series, which is in my opinion very much balanced. So you have like everything in one package. It depends on which of the models you buy, whether it is the T-Fight 100 or the 98s. But there might be one issue that I have with the latest generations, and that's the weird sensation I get. Sometimes these rackets are like too powerful, sometimes they are not that powerful, they are not that consistent in the overall hitting experience. Maybe it has something to do with the ISOFlex technology, that the frame is flexing in different parts of the frame. There are like two zones where the racket is flexing, so it's not just the throat where the racket is flexing. When we talk about Technifiber T-Fight rackets, it flexes also in the head, so it's kind of mimicking the sensation of Wilson shift rackets, let's say, but it doesn't work in my opinion that well, at least for my arm. So I'm also getting some strange vibrations to my arm through this technology. I don't know why. I played with them with the recommended Razer soft string, and after some time I realized there is something weird going on with the new latest T-Fights. So actually I like the ISO series, the predecessor, more because it was more raw, more powerful, more crisp. And now with all these rackets implementing some type of dampening or comforting technologies, there is something like doing something that I don't want to have in a racket. So guys, there you have it. That was my just recommendation, a little bit something different. I'm outside, it's still a little bit raining, so let me know in the comments, what do you think about power rackets? I think they have changed dramatically in the last couple of years for more control, more precision, more feel, but they also sacrificed the brutal power which you now get by stringing with different type of pulleys and also lower tension. So is it a bigger deal? I believe the frame is nowadays not almost as important as the right string that you will get for the particular racket. And that's for another topic that I will talk about in another video, why you should get a new racket, not based on, oh, let's see, I will just figure it out for next time. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, let me know in the comments what do you think about the power rackets, the modern power rackets, which one do you like the most. And as always, enjoy tennis, play tennis, watch tennis every time, every day, and don't forget to enjoy the manooovrlbity. Bye guys. Oh, my student is there. My student is there on a motorbike, and he is not allowed. He has not driving license and he is too young for that. But he is a rebel. He is a rebel. Bye guys.
can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious! That ball was on the line!